Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope that the December month has been passing in somewhat of a peaceful manner for you. For me in the past, December was always a bit of a rough month, starting actually right before the holidays and Thanksgiving, as I alluded to in my last video. So I hope that this year, as you're on your journey to recovering and finding some more joy in your life, that you've been able to carve out some time for you to feel those feelings and try to let them move through you. For myself, even though I have come far on this journey and been through so much coaching and counseling and different other recovery tools, I still have had some resistance come up for me. And if you've never heard of that term, it's a word that we like to use on the recovery journey for when we are experiencing something inside of us that's preventing us from moving forward in some way. It could be in moving forward emotionally or mentally, physically even. It could have to do with food, it could have to do with exercising, and for me it has to do with some of this business design that I've been working on. And it's been an awesome and amazing last year of being a business owner. It has been very fulfilling and I love it, and I'll never not be a business owner again as long as I live. I was born to do this, and even as a little girl I had my own business. So I know that it brings me joy, that I love it, that I have a purpose in this life to fulfill, to help people and teach and guide. But yet I have come up with this block, and it has to do with creating my website. I've spent hours and hours and hours trying to learn how to navigate through this software system, and I'm pretty tenacious when it comes to having a task to do and sitting down to do it and being stubborn enough to figure it out. But this world is so new to me. I've not been in the software world or in the tech world for very long, and the time that I have spent in it is minimal. So I was thinking at first that it was a issue with my knowledge base, but as the weeks have gone on and I still haven't finished the site, and I've still felt like I'm wading through mud every single time I log in to try to do the work, I realized about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I admitted to myself that this is more. This is something subconscious. This is somehow related to my traumatic relationships in the past. And so I started exploring that with my coach and talked with my business consultants about it, talked with a couple of safe, close friends about it, and finally realized that it has to do with success, right? Having a web page, that's the real deal in my mind. Maybe that's not the real deal for a business owner by typical definition or any other person's definition, but for me, for whatever reason, when someone has a website, that means it's so real. There's no going back. So it has been one heck of a monster inside of me, just coming up and really making me feel yucky when I'm working on it. And also, I just feel dumb when I'm working on the site. So as you can imagine, having been through traumatic relationship, where not only do you have the normal self-esteem issues that almost every human being encounters in life, but you have the issues where you lived with someone who you cared about for so long, who actually told you that you didn't matter, that you were worthless, or however they did that in words or deeds. So it's almost like a double whammy, at least in my experience, when that happens. So not only do I need to overcome the self-esteem part, then I need to go through and go back to that place where I used to be and tend to that little girl inside, which is what one of my coaches taught me to call that tender, sensitive, wounded place that is still exists inside of me. You know, she still needs my help. I'm the grown-up now, and I can help her understand that yes, there was something bad that happened, and maybe she couldn't do it in the past, but now it's different because I'm here to take care of her. I know how to ask for help, and I'm allowed to ask for help. And so that's what I finally did this week. And while the progress is still slow, it's actually happening now. And so that makes me very happy, brings me a lot of joy and a lot of hope, you know, because I have a lot of of goals in this life, and I have a lot of people that I want to help. A lot of you have reached out and shared your stories with me, which is absolutely amazing, and I'm so honored to be able to be here with you. And so I want to make this work for all of us. If you enjoyed this video, if you find it helpful and useful, then please make sure to subscribe and share. The methods that I use for helping me to overcome this resistance, the specific method that I use is called Somatic Experiencing. I have a coach that I work with who helps me. Then I've worked with him for about 1.5 years. There's other methods one of them is called Myofascial tissue release and trauma releasing exercises. Another type of trauma release is called yoga, traumatic recovery yoga. So that's another option. I'll put links to all of those methods in the comments so that if you would like to explore it further, you can do so. Please feel free to reach out and ask for help if you need it this holiday season in whatever resistance that you're experiencing, whether it's something technical like me, or in growing a business, or in your own recovery journey, in leaving someone that you know is not healthy for you, or in facing that relative at Christmas who always gives you the shivers when you think about the things they're gonna say to you. I love you guys, and thank you for helping me to have the courage and strength because of the stories that you're sharing. Merry Christmas.